Happy terrific Tuesday. It's your girl C Wit with another episode of C Wit Sessions. What is C Wit Sessions? I'm so glad you asked. C Wit Sessions is a pop-up interview at a pop-up location with a surprise guest. I teased my guest today simply with one word: amazing. You know her, you love her. She is the executive director of the YWCA of Northwest Indiana, Miss Karen Jones. And Karen, I'm back because we are closing in on something amazing, something huge, something historic, groundbreaking.
Yes.
100 years, the Y is 100.
Yes, absolutely
Amazing. And so much is going on. So I always have to check in with my client, my friend, my colleague, my community leader, so that people know and understand the impact, the significance of what we are getting ready to do and embark on in just a couple of weeks. But there's something before we start to talk about the Y's 100th anniversary. We're going to talk about what's happening in this week, which is nationally on the YWCA scene, and that's a week without violence. And it's this week, correct?
Right, that's this week.
Okay.
And it is the National YWCA USA's Week for a Week Without Violence, and all affiliates of YWCA, we're taking part in that. So for this year, we have something extra special, and we're going virtual. And I'm so excited because I have one of the best, and I'm so excited to have her as part of our team and part of our committee. That's Miss Jordan Wilson.
Oh my
God.
Yes.
Jordan Wilson. She will be moderating and facilitating a call to action. And she's doing a panel. And they're going to be having a big discussion, and it's going to be via Zoom. And they're going to be talking about call to action, saving our future, fighting against injustice and violence in the Black community. And that's going to be Friday, October 23rd at 5:30 p.m.
And you already know, now that I've got the word, you're going to get the word, because I will be sharing it everywhere. I know Jordan on a variety of levels. I was probably the one person who just cornered her in many years ago, 4 or 5 years, 6 years ago, and said, "You're going to Howard." Got that done. She graduated from Howard.
Yes.
And she's currently in law school. She's also the co-founder of the app Politicking, which has taken off because it's so apropos right now in the season of election, where they're educating people about candidates and where to go to vote and what they should be looking for and where the candidates stand on the issues. So it only made sense to bring her into the social justice piece of what the YWCA of Northwest Indiana and Ys across the country do, because it's all about eliminating racism and empowering women.
Absolutely.
And it's that term that keeps popping up in my head when we talk about a week without violence and talking about shedding light on domestic violence. Love shouldn't hurt, right?
It should not hurt at all. And this is Domestic Violence Month, and it's a week without violence, and we should not have violence
in any realm.
In any realm of the world.
Yeah.
Any realm, not in your home, not outside your home, and not in any community, but especially the Black community from which we are. And so I am just so proud of Jordan for taking this thing on for us for Week Without Violence. And you want to know who her panel?
I totally know who our panelists are. You tell them who her panelists are going to be. I know all three of them well.
Her panelist is the CEO of the Chicago Urban League, the former mayor of Gary, Indiana.
AKA Boss Lady.
Yes, the former Indiana State Attorney General.
What?
Karen Freeman Wilson.
Hey, Mayor.
Yes. Hi, Karen. And then we have Lori Latham. She's a community planner and activist. She's the former city parks director and the former director for Central District Planning.
And she's an amazing mom.
Yes,
she's my friend. And every time I see Lori, I just want to do this. because
Yes.
she's all about power to the people.
Yes, Lori
And so I
is.
cannot wait to hear what her input will be to the panel discussion. And rounding up that discussion is none other than
Joy Holiday. Miss Joy. She's the coordinator for City for Life Initiative.
Gary for Life?
City of Gary.
Yeah,
Yes,
Gary for Life.
Gary for Life. Yes, an anti-violence activist. So, I mean, it's great, everything that they're going to have going on.
Yes.
And tentative, they may even have Reagan Hatcher.
Do I need to call you, Reagan? State Representative
So,
Reagan. I'm going to
yes.
text you and tell you to make this panel.
Yes.
Again, it's Friday, this coming Friday, 5:30. Just follow the YWCA of Northwest Indiana's page. I'm going to post the link there, create an invite.
Right.
I'm going to do an e-blast, put the link in there.
That's
Karen,
right.
I got you.
Okay, thank you.
If you're just tuning in, where have you been? It's your girl, C. Witt. We are live here at the YWCA,
Yes.
your YWCA of Northwest Indiana, where we are celebrating 100 years. It's a week without violence. We
Yes.
have our event in place for Zoom on Friday at 5:30, moderated by Jordan Wilson of Politicking and these amazing panelists. And so we'll post that information.
Thank
But
you.
can we get to the good part? There's a
Oh,
song
yes.
that says, "When we gonna get to the good part?"
Yes.
So right here,
Here we go.
you
Here we
have
go.
been busy.
Yes.
Look at the signage
Yes.
and the balloons. You are
Yes.
just doing it.
We're ready to celebrate. We're ready to celebrate.
Well, tell me all about
Well,
it. As if I don't know.
As if you don't know. You're part of
Yes,
it.
yes.
And 100 years is what? 100,
100 years. Why why matters?
Well, we're elated because our virtual gala, our virtual masquerade gala, is almost here.
Yes.
And we'll be live streaming from Majestic Star Casino Pavilion.
Hey, majestic people.
Yes.
It's gonna be so fun.
Yes. And we have a live auction, and we got the link going now.
Oh
where
yes,
you
the
can
link
just-
is live, peeps.
Yes.
You can register. And here's the cool thing, Karen, if I may,
Yes.
that because we are in a pandemic, it does not stop us from our commitment to community, correct?
That's correct.
To the men and women of the community and children who utilize this facility,
That's right.
who count on this facility for the variety of services and
That's
programs that you provide. And then the opportunity for people to get involved, we are still able to put that in place
That's right.
just virtually.
Just virtually.
And we're able to get more people involved from across the country.
Absolutely.
We're tracking down Y teams from the 1950s and 60s.
Yes,
We
yes.
old well, not old, seasoned board members. They'll get me for that. And volunteers and just former executive directors. I mean,
Right.
you rounding them up. What's
Yes.
happening with that?
Yes, we have shout outs from Y team members from back in the 60s.
Ooh.
So if you are one, we want to hear from
We
you.
wanna hear from you.
We have board members. We have executive directors who have given us shout outs, and you'll be able to see it, hear it. We're going to do a historical back in the day. We're going to do memory lane. We're going to do the present, and we're going to be stepping into the future.
Speaking of stepping, my whole favorite part of this event, and I have to give shouts and credit to Boss Lady Karen Freeman Wilson when we were on one of our early planning calls.
Yes.
And I said, well, we need to have a media partner. We need to have somebody from the media who's gonna, hype this up and give us some claim to fame here. And as soon as I said that, the mayor says, how about Samantha Chapman? Sam's on your side. And I was like, yes, I watch her every morning. And then I think it was Trustee Kimberly Robinson jumped in and said, hey, her dad's a DJ and a radio personality.
That's right.
And voila,
Both.
we have them both.
Got
Girl, give me
them
some
both.
up top. We got them both. As
Both.
our co-host. So
Right.
Samantha, per ABC guidelines,
Right.
will be off-site,
Right,
Because
right.
they have to, make sure they stay safe as
That's right.
personalities. But Sam, he's coming to Majestic with us.
Yes.
Spinning on stage.
Yes, he will. And we will also have steppers.
Ooh.
And we'll have the YWCA Strong Brothers and Sisters line dancers in person.
Oh, I need the right
on
shoes.
They will be
Amber,
They're
we
gonna be
step?
cutting the rug. They're gonna be stepping.
Are you gonna step?
They're gonna be line dancing.
Well, we're gonna have to learn offline. We'll have to learn ahead of time.
Yes,
Get in a private
yes,
session with
yes.
those line dancers. And okay, I'm
Yes.
still wearing heels. I'm sorry. It's
Well,
just
that's
who
the
I
way you
am.
only. I thought that's the only time you
Okay.
step is when you
okay.
wear a few heels.
When
on.
you wear, okay, I just want to make sure because I am ready to do this, and I know you're asking and you're wondering, well, Charles, when is this? I'm so glad you asked.
Yes.
Saturday?
October 31st.
Oh, is that less than
12
2 weeks?
noon. Yes, it is.
Oh, I'm getting nervous.
That's why it's called a virtual masquerade.
Mm-hmm.
It's October 31st, Halloween at 12 noon. Set your cameras, set your clocks, set your alarms, because we will be live streaming. You have got to be there. We have silent auction items.
Mm-hmm.
We have guests. We have dancers. We're going to have a party, and you need to be there. Now get yourself ready. We will have what's the other thing that we have too?
We have sponsors and we need more. I know that much.
That too. But we will be running a 50-50 raffle.
Oh, raffle. Oh, who doesn't love a good raffle?
Yes, we'll have 50-50 raffle. We'll have other different games, that
can't
people
wait.
want to play.
can't
And so with everything that's going on, you have got to be there. And I just want to thank everybody who's been so supportive so far. I really want to thank Mark Spencer because
Hey,
Mark Spencer with the West Side Theater Guild, he is doing the production for us. So hats off to Mark Spencer and his crew.
So people are listening and they're like, Mark Spencer. So now you have set the stage for what type of production this is going to be, what the caliber is. So having that extra tidbit of knowledge should make you head right on over to the YWCA of Northwest Indiana's Facebook page to click on the link, which is right at the top, to go ahead and RSVP. But Karen, you know what I really love? That the gala is absolutely free.
It's a free event.
And we're asking people to give donations to the Y.
Absolutely.
Because we're looking to raise how much?
$100,000.
Can do
And this money is for the programming, for our after-school programming, for our child daycare, for e-learning. We have children here right now who are doing e-learning. The parents have to work. They're essential workers.
Mm-hmm.
We do Meals on Wheels for seniors here. We have a swim program that is still going on.
I just saw a senior leave out. He could have been like 80 with his gym bag. I was like, you better get it.
Well, if he look 80, that's great, because I know he's 90.
Okay.
But that's okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
But that's okay, and he'll love to hear that.
Yes.
But we're still here, and we're here for the community, and we want to keep these programs going. We give swim lessons to children, and because African Americans, 65% of most African American children do not know how to swim. It is so important, that we get all these programs out. The YWCA has been here since 1920. The last time they had just finished up another pandemic, the Spanish flu.
Isn't that something?
Women had just won the right to vote. Only women had just won the right to vote. And those women, Cassie Hodges and her team, raised $100,000 to start the YWCA.
Back then?
Back then. And that money today would equal $1.3 million.
So we need $1 million, everybody. Pass over the 100,000. The dollars are starting to come in, but we're doing these live so that you can get tuned into what we are trying to do on behalf of your YWCA of Northwest Indiana. Karen, I want to congratulate you. You did something, your team did something the other day that I have been bugging you about and asking you about, and when is it coming? But you just relaunched your website.
Yes,
Ooh,
we
it's
did.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. Woo woo. Everybody, www.YWCANWI.org.
Yes.
Org.
Yes.
Go there, hit the donate button.
Just start there, right?
You can just hit the donate button
Donate.
and give to the YWCA, because whether you know it or not, the blessing is in the giving. The blessing is in the giving. All of us know because we give and we cheerfully give. That's why we work the way we do.
That's right.
And that's why we give to other organizations in our community.
Yes.
In our community.
Yes.
The blessing is in the giving.
And the one thing I really, really love about working with the Y is that there are just a whole barrage of amazing women who serve as board members and volunteers. And I grew up looking up to them. Cynthia Powers.
Yes.
How long have I looked up to Cynthia Powers? Senator
Years.
Earlene Rogers.
Years.
I mean, legends.
These are
And so
legends.
these women, I feel, are the ones whom we need to follow in their footsteps.
Right.
They have set the example on building a facility from the ground up. And
That's
now
right.
we have to maintain it. This building is 20 plus years old.
Right.
So dollars are needed to ensure that the pool gets maintained,
Right.
that the locker room gets upgraded, that these programs
renovations.
continue.
Right.
So talk about how important that is.
It's so important because we need renovations in the building. This is part of the beginning of our capital campaign. And so the 100,000 begins the $1.3 million that we need to get this building renovated. It is so important. Maintenance is so important. If your car was 20 years old, you probably wouldn't be driving.
Exactly. If you haven't gone and gotten it maintained, oil changed,
That's
all the
right.
different things that need to
That's
happen.
right. So with yourself, you have to continuously go to the doctor
I
make
know.
sure that you take all your tests and keep yourself going. So such as this building that we're in, and it is a great building, a beautiful building. And we
Love
wanna
the
keep it
pool,
going.
Karen.
Yes,
I got to
yes,
get back
we
in the
do.
pool too.
And you will. And so we want to keep it going. We want to keep this going for all the generations to come. We owe it to them. We owe it to our children, our grandchildren, and those thereafter for the next 100 years to keep the YWCA of Northwest Indiana going. And with that momentum, it will happen.
I know it will. And so I know you're wondering, I'm a mind reader. Did you know that? They are asking, how can we give and at what levels? And our sponsorship team, led by none other than Cynthia Powers, has come up with a phenomenal sponsorship packet. So if you're on that corporate end and you're watching and you say, my company has 25,000 we want to put in the kitty, you can do that. Or if you're an individual in the community and say, I have $100 for 100 years. You can do that, or any amount, because I feel like any amount makes a difference.
It absolutely does. You know, there's a quote in scripture that God loves a cheerful giver.
Amen.
So if you have a nickel and that's what you got and you're giving it cheerfully, we will accept it because God will definitely bless you. And the children here and the seniors and our community in general will be more than appreciative of whatever you're blessed to give the YWCA.
Absolutely.
So from the uttermost to that which you can give, no matter what the cost, we will accept it.
So make sure you visit the website YWCANWI.org to find out more about the gala, get signed up, and to donate. And right now we're here at the Y, and we're in one of the rooms where people can rent it out once the pandemic is over.
That's right.
That's another service that you provide when you talk about the community. You have the gymnasium, you have the work. I love the workout room. And so we have to sustain. And I'm having this conversation with just about all my clients, all my friends, family, community members. We have to support our own.
Yes, we do.
Why should we go and call downstate and other places to say, can you help us when we have a thriving citizenry here that if we all pitch in, the load is much lighter and the coffers grow?
That's right. We have to learn how to be helpers one of another. And so you have a beautiful facility here, sitting right here on 15th and Washington in Gary, Indiana. And the need is great. And with your help, the load is lesser.
Yes.
And so that's why we're asking everyone to give what you can give. And so all of us giving makes everything that much less of a load on somebody else. I know when back in the 60s when there was a civil rights movement and everybody was protesting to sit at the counter and they were being beaten up and, cigarette burns and milk spilt on them and everything. Once they got the opportunity to sit at the counter, Martin Luther King said one thing. He said, what good is it to sit at the counter if you can't buy a hamburger?
Oh, preach. Yes.
We got about a hamburger.
We got
now.
about a whole burger, bun, everything.
We got about a hamburger. And so that's why we need your donations.
I love it.
We're sitting at the counter.
I love it.
But we got about a hamburger now. So
So-
that's why we need your donations.
So that is an amazing appeal, and I just got to go back to the gala one more time because we came up with the idea of doing the masks. So are we asking people who are watching? We're asking them to put their masks on, and we want them to. The platform is interactive that we're using.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
we'll be able to, talk to the audience, and they can tell us about zooming in and telling us about what masks they have on. And I'm just excited. So what are you wearing, sis?
Well, I'll put it to you like this. Not only will that mask, I'm going to have on
Ooh,
this mask.
Ooh, that kind of mask, the masquerade. I cannot wait. I got to see how Amber's going to break out too. My assistant Amber is more excited about this gala than I am. I'm like, we're going to be working, but I'm excited about Sam Chapman, 95.1 Steppin', Club Steppin'. We're going to make sure that you get on his show before this actual gala. You have a lot of other media going on. Shout out to the Post Tribune that's getting ready to do a feature, Woman to Woman magazine. You'll be on WLTH tonight. We're going to Lakeshore Public Radio. We're going on WGVE tomorrow, the Back in the Day Block Party. So I'm just here to say that I'm here for you. I am here for the Y, and it's time to raise some money. So I hope that the people who are watching will share this video, share this conversation, and be an active participant in what we know is good for our community.
Absolutely.
So wrap it up for me, Karen.
Well, wrapping it up, October 23rd, this Friday, 5:30 p.m., call to action. You'll be able to get all the links from Chelsea on Facebook.
A Week Without Violence panel discussion.
Right. Week Without Violence, YWCA. And October 31st, 2020. We will be there. The YWCA 100th anniversary celebration, our virtual masquerade gala, and you will be there, we will be there, and it will be amazing.
Karen Jones, ladies and gentlemen, the executive director of your YWCA of Northwest Indiana, located right here in the beautiful Midtown section of Gary 15th and Washington Streets. Please go to the website www.ywcanwi.org. I have been your host of C-Wit Sessions. I'm C-Wit, also known as Chelsea Whittington. I thank you so much for tuning in. Karen,
Thank you.
I love you, babe.
Love you back, and thank you.
You're welcome. We will see you next time.
Bye-bye, everybody.